All right, everybody, here we go. Let's talk playoffs. All right, it looks like we finally made it. I'm ready. You're ready. I'm excited. You're excited. We got a lot to talk about. It is not technically the playoffs yet, but come on, it's the same thing. The play-in and the playoffs are the same thing, all right? We got to see who's got to make it through this play-in coming up to make it to the playoffs. Who is going to make it? Who are the matchups? First of all, let's get there first. Let's start off in the East. In the East, our 7, 8, 9, 10, we got Philly, Magic, Hornets, and the Heat. 7 through 10, Philly, Magic, Hornets, and the Heat. Out of those four teams, I would say the Hornets and the Philadelphia 76ers are most likely to come out on top, personally, because that 7-8 matchup, as we know, is going to go on to face the 2 seed, which is the Boston Celtics. So between Philly and Orlando, as a basketball fan, who do you want to see? Who do you want to see face the Celtics? I'd rather see Philly face the Celtics. It's going to be a better matchup. I'm not saying Philly's going to win by no chance whatsoever, but I'd rather see Philly face the Celtics and possibly steal a game, maybe 2. Orlando, that's a sweep. We all know that's a sweep. Nobody wants to see that. That's boring. Moving on to 9 and 10, we have the Hornets and the Heat. I'm over the Heat, and the Hornets are a way better team. LaMelo and Concacafo finished 1 and 2 in threes made for the season. So let's keep that train going. Let's keep them hot. Let's have them beat the Heat. And as we all know, that 9 and 10 matchup, the winner is going to play the 7-8 matchup, which I already predicted will be the Sixers. So I want to see Hornets. Sorry. I apologize. Let's rewind. The winner of the 9 and 10 matchup will play the loser of the 7-8 matchup. Loser gets to go twice. So I already predicted that that's going to be the Heat are going to lose. So the Hornets will play the Magic is going to lose. I'm all over the place. The Magic is going to lose. So the Hornets will play the Orlando Magic for the right to play the number 1 seed, which is the Detroit Pistons. What a wonderful prize that is. Such an amazing prize that is. You think they're happy? They're not happy. All right, I personally rather see the Hornets in that matchup. Hornets-Pistons will be a great matchup. I feel like Hornets could take one because they're hot. They're a team that gets hot. When they're hot, they're hot. I'm not saying they're a better all-around team, but they're a team that could get hot. Again, LaMelo and Knipple, 1 and 2 and 3-pointers made. As in this NBA today, you can't really stop the 3-pointer. You can either keep up with it or you don't. You know, once you're hot from 3, you're hot from 3. There's not really much that can stop that, if anything. I would have personally rather see the Hornets face the Celtics in the first round, but the Hornets couldn't make it to that 7-8 seed, unfortunately. They just missed out. They finished off at 44 and 38. 7 and 8 were both 45 and 37. So they missed out by this much. I think the Hornets versus the Celtics would have been a way better matchup. This is a hot take, but I said the Hornets would even beat the Celtics. Yeah, I said that. But we're not going to know, so that's neither here nor there. Anyway, moving on to the West, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got Phoenix at 7, Trailblazers at 8, Clippers at 9, Warriors at 10. Here we go about that playing in the West. It's very interesting because Phoenix being at number 7, they just got Dylan Brooks back, and as we know, they were cooking when Brooks was healthy. They ended up falling down to the play-in because Brooks was out for a long time, and Devin Booker can't do it on his own, let's be honest. Yes, there's other people there, Green and whoever else, but Gillespie, but that's not enough. Brooks really held that team together, and he's back now, so we got them facing the Trailblazers. And honestly, the Trailblazers are a sneaky good team, but they can't beat the Phoenix Suns. Let's just be honest here. Let's call that how it is. The Phoenix Suns will beat the Trailblazers, and they're going to face the number 2 seed, which is the San Antonio Spurs, and I don't think they have a chance in hell of being the Spurs. I like the Spurs team. They're great. They're just very, very green. Super green. They don't really have any playoff experience at all. So, anyway, so we got the Phoenix Suns going on to face the San Antonio Spurs. And now that 9-10 matchup, Clippers and Warriors. Clippers, who were so hot before they traded Harden. I'm still mad at this. So hot. But they had to get rid of Harden because Harden's contract wasn't working out for them, whatever. Kawhi, as nice as this guy is, two-way player, the claw, mid-range threat, he can't carry that team far by himself. Let's be honest here. He can't. He just can't. He can and he won't. It's not going to happen. We know this. I know this. We all know this. It's not going to happen. So, and the Warriors have Steph back. Steph is back in the building. Who doesn't want to see Steph Curry move on? I want to see Steph Curry move on. I'd rather see Steph Curry move on to go on to face OKC. It doesn't matter. Whoever plays OKC is going to get beat down to a bloody pulp. But I want to get some excitement. Let's get some threes from Steph. He's going to retire, so I'm put him in there. So I got the Warriors going on to win that. And then the Clippers, they go on and they face, who do they face? They face no, Clippers are done. Sorry. Let me get this playing right here. Yeah, Warriors will go on, and then they will face the loser of the 7-8. They will face the Trailblazers. Let's just have the Warriors beat the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers, they started off their year rough when Billups got arrested, and then it just whatever. They're still a playing team. They're well coached team over there, but there's nothing else over there. They need more help, a lot of help. Anyway. So let's go back to the East because now that we have this, kind of set in our heads, let's figure out how this matchup is going to go. Actually, let's skip over the 1-8 and 2-7 matchup because it's not really set yet. But let's go straight to the 3-6-4-5 matchup. 3-6, we have the Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks. This is going to be interesting. Me personally, I would have rather see the Knicks play the Raptors because I am a Knicks fan and I want the Knicks to bulldoze whoever they got bulldoze in the first round, and that would have been the Raptors. However, we got the Hawks, and that is going to be very tricky. Don't get it twisted. That is going to be very tricky. That is not a walk in the park by no means whatsoever. So I think we're going to go with Knicks in 5. Possibly 6. That's not an easy matchup, man. We don't match up well with them. I'll say Knicks in 6. We don't match up well with them. And, they got McCallum, who got plenty of playoff experience. He's going to be leading the team. Alexander, he's gotten better. Johnson stepped up. And they're well coached. But this Knicks team, they're used to the playoffs by now. They know what can happen. They know what's about to happen. Can Mike Brown coach them out of the first round? We'll find out next week. All right, moving on. So we got the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors. I don't like that matchup at all. That's going to be a snooze fest. I got the Cavs winning that in 4. I got a sweep. I'm not even going to say maybe 5. I got the Cavs sweeping the hell out of the Raptors. That's a sweep. I said it. Come back and check later. That will be a sweep. So now the imaginary matchups. We got the Pistons versus the Hornets. Again, I don't see that going anywhere. I got Pistons winning that in 4-5. Hornets can't take one at home because they're hot from 3. And then we got the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics are just going to outcoach them. Going to outcoach them, outplay them. That's Boston in 5. Yeah. Let's go back over to the West. We got the imaginary matchup of the number 1 seeded Thunder and the Warriors. So, again, the Thunder might just win this whole thing again. Like, don't be surprised if the Thunder end up winning the whole damn thing again. I would not be surprised. So you don't be surprised either. So that really just might happen. But, again, I want to see Curry knock some threes down and, upset some people, maybe cause a little ruckus. That's fine. That's always fun to watch. It'll be highly rated. Following that, we're going to have the second matchup. Let's do 2-7, which will be the Spurs and the Suns. Again, Spurs have no playoff experience. But I like what they're doing enough to get out the first round, so I'm pretty sure they'll get out the first round. That's not really hard. The Suns will put up a fight. They're not a pushover. They're not a walk in the park. But because of the Spurs' lack of playoff experience, I got Spurs in 6. So now let's go to the Lakers and the Rockets. This depends a lot on if Luka Doncic will play or will not play. I don't know yet. It's leaning towards that he will be able to come back and play. And if he comes back and play, yes, they're still missing Austin Reeves, but Luka will give them hell. Hell. And let's see what LeBron has left in the tank. I'm going to say that every year until he retires because LeBron's LeBron. So I could see that going to 6, maybe 7. That's a toss-up. With Reeves, I would have said the Lakers might have stole that one, but, Luka's going to have to play out of his mind, which he was doing before the injury. So let's see if he could come back and do that again. And then finally, to end off the first round, we got the Nuggets and the Timberwolves, which might very well be the most exciting matchup of the first round. The most exciting matchup of the first round. Timberwolves are feisty. They're tough. They're scary. The Nuggets are savvy. They're smart. And they have Jokic, who's most likely going to be the MVP this year. I don't see why you wouldn't give it to him again. I can see them not giving it to him again because they gave it to him so many times, but you kind of have to give it to him. Don't give it to Shea. So, that's pretty much how the first round is going to go. That's what I see at least. I feel like the first round will be somewhat interesting. Out of the first round, out of those 8 matchups, 2 of them can go the distance, and that's Nuggets, Wolves, and Knicks, Hawks. I see those 2 that could go the distance of 7. Other than that, everything else is as expected. Nothing crazy over here, nothing out of the blue, nothing out of the ordinary. So don't get it twisted if something crazy happens and you don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, it's an exciting time of year. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. The playoffs are here. We're happy. It's going to get good playoffs. We still got 2 months before the NBA Finals. So let's run through this. I'll be here with you every week in and week out, just to give you some updates and let you know what's going on, how it's happening, who's doing what, who's making it hot, who is here to win. So stay with me. It's going to be a long ride. See you soon.